And we are back for another episode. This is episode 3. You understand that, right? Of America and Moonshine. Can you count that high, Joey?
I
got it. Cool.
He's good for 2.5. I know that.
So I didn't think we were going to make it past episode 2. I think we probably wouldn't have if Tom would have showed up, but we had Chad there, so he kind of pushed us through.
I thought we might have got a cease and desist, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on that.
From who?
I don't know.
Wow. So I got a minute here. I got to share the shit around here real quick. All right.
When you gonna get a haircut, Joey?
What's that?
When you gonna get a haircut?
2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Every 2 weeks, whether you need it or not, right?
It's about a month. I go about every month.
Did you see this shit? Look.
Damn, dirty ass hippies.
Damn, dude. I wanted to do that. I told Ginger, I said, like, hey, man, when I turn fucking 50, I'm going to let my hair grow out 1 year.
Just one?
It's been 3.
Well, ain't that some shit? Oh, wait, we got comments coming in.
Comments.
As
I like that background, Damon.
Pretty. Just like me, pretty, isn't it?
Not as.
That's awesome.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Motor City Hellbilly. Toby is in the house. He's waiting. Clint, what's going on? Now, as always, we'll glance over every now and again and say what up to people as they're commenting. But for the most part, we're going to have a discussion here about things that involve America and Moonshine. Because, 1 and 1 equals 5, right? That's a little insight to what I'm talking about today. So what you got? Your plate.
So what's on your mind today? Give me a short synopsis of what you got on bullet point for tonight. Holy shit! Look at the size of that beer.
Telling you.
What you got there, Damon?
It's called the Michi. It's a Michelada. Some new stuff out. It's like a Bloody Mary, but with beer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn.
See, I'm not a big. I can drink one Bloody Mary and then I'm out.
Really?
My green
tomato juice. Not a big fan of it,
dude.
Like my shirt.
I love that shirt, baby.
Woo! Hey, tell everybody where they can get these shirts.
Over at TeePublic, I'm actually going to be posting the. I'm figuring a few things out, but we're going to be posting that TeePublic site on Melissa. Well, it's posted up the top of the Melissa page. You go there, you can find it right at the top.
Under featured, ain't it?
Featured post, yeah, something like that, along with Phil Billy's bylaws and the calendar are up there. Sean Rigsby showed up for the show.
8 minutes late.
Right.
That's better than usual.
So what you got? What do you got in your plate over there, Tom? We're going to delve into America first. What do you got?
America. Man, I have been covered. Oh, Ginger brought this up last night. What's the deal? Because I haven't had a chance to damn go and do any research. Have y'all heard about this damn Trump card where he's going to let people come in and pay like 150 grand, whatever, and $1 million worth of processing, 15,000, all kinds of shit.
It's called the gold card.
The gold card. Okay. See, I'm telling you, I'm just bringing it up because it was on my mind, but that way I can figure out what it is.
That's actually funny you bring that up because that's something that I was going to kind of, at least I was hoping we would touch base on it. I saw it today as well. I believe it's going to cost you $1 million.
Right. It's like 150,000 just to get the processing.
Yeah.
So what does it do?
I saw many of those people can have those means, and the ones that can, do you want those in our country? They're usually the drug, ones that got all the money in Mexico are probably the cartel.
Yeah.
Well, when Ginger was telling me about it last night, I was thinking, to be quite honest, I was honestly thinking just like you, the ones that could afford it are the ones we probably don't want here.
Or the cartel's going to fund. It's going to be people that we think don't, but they're going to be brought in for a reason. You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
Their money's going to be paid for a reason. Yes, absolutely. It's not a good thing.
But, but I was telling her, I was like, first off, calm down. There's not going to be like an influx of fucking $1 million fucking people coming through, But what I was thinking is, he's, they're up there playing checkers, and the Democrats wanted something, and I'm not knocking Democrats, not saying, I'm just saying they're, that's the opposing party, is they wanted something, and so he gave them something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he makes some astronomical claim to it, and he's playing chess while they're playing checkers. Just 100%.
I can see where something like that, they're going to pay $150,000 just to get the process started. But that is it something like where you pay this and we put you at the front of the line for like we're gonna do your thing immediately,
or is it guaranteed? Does that money guarantee get you in?
I wouldn't think that. I'm thinking
that's why I think it's the $150,000 processing fee. But is it 15,000? Okay, it's 15,000 processing. My apologies. So it's 15,000 of a processing fee, and you're still getting vetted. And I think it's kind of like a work visa where you still got to go home every.
No, I think it's you can be here.
Fuck, let's just put Ginger on. She knows more than I do.
I'm
not being an asshole. I'm just saying I'm serious. Yeah,
she can be here like 270 or 90 days.
Yeah, you got to go home for like 90 days out of the year.
So it's like a visa. My son employs some people from out of the country, and they're on like a work visa, and they're only here for so many months, and then they go home. So I don't know how that would be. Right. Yes.
And see that I don't have a problem with that, and I don't know. Are they coming in while they're here, those, 9 months, 10 months, whatever it is, are they going to be paying taxes,
or do they disappear?
It says right here, a planned Trump Platinum card. Oh, they're got a Platinum card that they're working on too. So the Platinum card is expected to cost about $5 million. And allows those people to stay for up to 270 days per year without having to pay U.S. taxes on income earned outside the United States. That doesn't make no fucking sense at all. Why would we charge you taxes on income you made outside the United States? I don't know. But in addition, companies have Gold Card would grant an unlimited right of residence in the USA. Program would also provide a pathway to permanent U.S. citizenship.
Yeah.
Trump names Russians, oligarchs, and wealthy foreigners in general as potential beneficiaries of the programs. I don't know if I like that. I mean, it's not sounding like they're.
Sounds like if you got some money, we'll let you in.
Yeah, it's not sounding like.
Okay. Well, let's just say if 10 people, and I'm just using this as an easy math thing. If 10 people and it costs $1 million to get in, right? Where does that $10 million go?
Hey, well, listen, this is what I'm reading right here. I just saw something. I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is right here where I think this is where it's going to come into play. Corporate option. Corporate companies can buy gold cards to sponsor foreign workers, essentially reserving residency slots that can attach to an employee. So you've got some of these companies that are already employing a lot of these foreign whatever. Now they can legally buy their residency to keep their employment.
Well, it's kind of like I'm reading here. It's kind of like a visa.
Yeah.
But it basically puts you at the front of the line, and it guarantees you 270 days. Or that's for the Platinum card.
I can see a lot of companies taking advantage of that for their workforce because they already employ a lot of illegals now. This could help them get some of those people legal residency. They've probably already got people they would probably pay that money for because they're good employees. You know what I mean?
Now it says first you got to submit the application and pay the non-refundable processing fee. This lays the foundation for your gold card. Next, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services carefully reviews your documents, conducts comprehensive background checks, and ensures that all requirements are met. Once your application has been successfully approved, the Trump Gold Card will be issued to you and can be used throughout all 50 United States, as well as the territories So they will be doing checks on you and stuff like that. That's good.
But I mean, I guess if it's going to give you some type of residency, if you say I'm living at whatever address, that means that they would at least know where you're at. I mean, you don't have to stay there, but I mean, they could always go by and check.
Yeah, you look at the people that are going to be paying this amount of money for this kind of thing. Aren't the people going to be like, oh shit, now let's go, let's skip to another place here.
They're not living in the fucking projects in the Bronx and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not. You know, it's not those kind of people.
Or me being, I'm so used to shit being corrupt. Here's my side. So say it costs $2 million. Well, I'll give you $5 million to not give a fuck anything about these people, and you just let them roll on in.
It's the government, baby. It's the government. So I don't know. It's
going to be an interesting moving forward where this can get killed. Does it expand? Does it get fine-tuned? Or is it just a shit show from the beginning? I don't know. But I read it. I saw that too, and it intrigued me as well, Tom. So I am glad you brought that up. Yeah, it's something that it's definitely, as American people, I mean, at the same time, though, some of these companies are already doing this anyway. They're employing, I mean, we've got a company here in Springfield. It's employing mostly foreign people. I mean, that's a lot of the employees there. And if it gets to the point where they're trying to kick these people out, these companies may struggle with keeping their doors open. So they might say, look, I need 100 people. You know what I mean? That might be a way to, maybe it's the way to kind of keep, let's be honest, they're trying to get rid of a lot of the Haitians. Maybe it's a way that some of these companies can keep the Haitian workforce working, because those are the ones that they want to keep anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to see.
I mean, and like you said, if they're a nationalist of another country, and I'm not talking about, I'm not trying to badmouth any certain race or color, creed, whatever. What I'm saying is like you say, and I see that now, the people that that's going to be in this program are not going to be people that's crossing the Rio Grande at midnight. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just saying that's, these are going to be people that's flown in company jet, because they have oil wealth, microchip wealth, you know what I'm saying? And that's what that way they don't have to give up their nationality or their citizenship of their nation, and they can come here and do the right thing, I guess. Am I making sense, or am I just rambling?
Yeah. No. In a roundabout way, that's kind of, I think that's the direction that it's probably going to go.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can hope in one hand and shit in the other. See which one fills up first.
Absolutely.
Anytime you're dealing with the government, we know the outcome of that.
Yeah.
100%.
So what you got, Joey?
Well, Tom kind of hit on the same thing, man. That was my big. That's what kind of stuck out more than anything right now, was just where we're going with that. What direction that we're going, and I can see the angle. I mean, some of these companies that employ a lot of foreign workers, and that keeps their businesses going. If there's a threat that they may lose them, they may lose their business. So it might be a way that some of these people keep jobs and keep these businesses operating. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it.
That $1 million upfront fee to save a $5 million contract. You know what I mean? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Repeat business over and over, for their company. I can see that now. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of companies that, there's a lot of populations where there's a lot of foreign people that work, and they keep businesses running. I think the company I worked for down in Bardstown, Kentucky, there's a lot of Hispanic, and I don't know the Haitian, but I know they said there's a lot of Hispanics, not a lot of English speaking down there. So, another fine example that, there's businesses that are pumping because of that workforce. So, they got to do what they got to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're into the system and the economy. Hey, go for it. You know what I mean? You're making America stronger at the end of the day. And I think, and at the end result, that's what the main goal is, to make the place we live in a better and stronger place.
Yeah, so we got Celtic Hills Distillery over here, our friend down there in Mexico. He says a company can petition for illegals to obtain a work visa. It takes about 2 months for that. I wonder if this is kind of like you get this gold card for your, like, say you got a company that buys 10 of these, or process them.
Mhm.
Is it kind of like speed that process up? So is that basically taking the place of that Visa 2 months, and now instead of it taking 2 months, it might take you 2 days?
Yeah, is it fast tracking the visa process? Yeah.
I wonder if that's what the idea behind it is. I haven't read too much into it, but if it is, that sounds. I mean, I could be in favor for that, because that means it's getting more money's coming in tariff style,
Yeah.
instead of tax style.
Well,
Well,
and I
where
think
does
this
that
is
money
something
go?
You know exactly where it goes.
I do, but you see what I'm saying? You know, that would be nice to see. I
Not
mean,
into our-
hey, Damon, Google how many people are in the United States, legal United States citizens. And the reason I'm asking is because let's say if there's 10 million, I'm just, you know, and if we get $10 million, you know, could we send everybody $1? You know what I mean? I'm just, you know, or would it cut down on my taxes? You know, I'm just wondering, you know.
Kind of difficult here. Let's see. 348,113,514.
Okay.
Is that good enough for you?
It is. But I mean, I'm just, you know, I don't think we'll ever get 350 million of, you know, those people to even. But I mean, if it's $1 million, it gets to go towards the deficit, or, you know, I don't care. Buy more bombs for fentanyl boats. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But, you know.
so I do have something interesting to talk about. I live in Ohio, and medical marijuana has just passed here recently, and now we have recreational marijuana as well. And we border the state of Michigan, and as everybody knows, a lot of people from Ohio travel up to the state of Michigan. Well, the state of Michigan just passed a 24% wholesale tax on marijuana products in the 2026 fiscal budget year. I don't know what their goal of that is. If they want to make the people from Michigan now come down to Ohio to get their pot, because our prices suck. But 24% tax is crazy. I mean, there's no way these places are going to be able to make money if they cut their prices to offset the balance of the tax to get a good deal to make people still want to come. So this is going to be a really interesting situation, because, dude, they got a lot of places that grow up there. I mean, there's a lot of grows up there, and they're going to be sitting on all this pot if they can't sell it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to get wild up there. 24% is insane.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So is it the 24% to bring it into Ohio? Is that what you're saying?
No. To go buy it, period, in the state of Michigan, the tax is 24%.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, and I read where they're going to crack down on making basically it's illegal to transfer marijuana across the state lines, even though you would have a card and you go to a state that has their medical, you can't bring it back. It's the dumbest
right.
shit ever.
It's already been that way. You know that, right?
Reciprocacy. It's a word that I can't say. You can look it up.
I understand.
But they're trying to make it to where if your state has it, you can use your card, but we don't have that. We have it in Michigan, we have it in Las Vegas, and then we have it maybe in California. But other than that, an Ohio medical patient can't go to any other state that has it and use his card. There might be a couple more, but it's crazy to think that. It blows me away that you're not allowed to travel with it. You are kind of allowed to travel with it, from what I've heard. It's a weird thing. I've got buddies that have gone to Florida and said they've taken ounces with them on their flight, on their carry-on, that they have their card. So I don't know, but they don't fly back with it. They fly with it. They don't fly back with it. Yeah. So anyway, this 24%, this is going to get interesting, man. It says basically it's to try to help their government. Their government's in such bad shape. They're trying to generate $420 million for road construction and repairs and other infrastructure needs. They said they're basically trying to avoid a budget shutdown. I guess Michigan must be a shit show, man. So they're trying.
Michigan's a shithole, dude. You remember? I mean, like Flint, all that up there. That's where all that money's going to go. You know that.
Well, listen, my son came all the way from Alabama. He bought a badass camper up in Michigan. We drove all the way up into Michigan to get this camper. Dude, their highways are trash, man. Their roads are garbage, man. I mean, It's wild. But yet, when you roll into one of those little new marijuana towns, so say you go up to, and I forget the name of this little town you roll in, but everything's brand new. So it's like they're not spending their money, they're not spreading their money out a little through the whole state. It don't look like. It's kind of weird. Part of the state's a shithole, and part of the state's brand new. You know what I mean? It's like that somebody's not running shit proper up there. It don't look like.
Well, I mean, you can look back the last 20 years of Flint and Dearborn and all those. There's shitholes now. You know what I mean? And they've been that way for 25 years. So this is nothing new for them.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, on that fucking shit post I had of that Tails, you know, somebody asked me if I got that fucking jar out of Flint, Michigan. I was like, dude, you win the fucking damn comment of the day award. So anyway, sorry.
I'm just reading a little bit more of it, man. It's just insane.
If I smoked marijuana, I'd probably care. I don't smoke.
Yeah, and you know, and we was talking about that last night. We will never, ever, ever, ever pass it legal in Tennessee. It just won't happen. Too many Bible thumpers, you know, and
I'm surprised you have what you have.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10, you know, the deltas, you know, and a lot of CBDs.
I don't like my issue with this is that I don't like the government telling you what you can and cannot do with your own body.
Right.
Correct.
And I don't like governments, whether they be local or state or federal, forcing you to pay taxes for things that you want to put into your body.
Well,
higher taxes and
what pisses me off, you got to pay 24% on something you can grow in your backyard, but it's against the law. I mean, I can grow fucking tomatoes. I think in
Michigan, if you've got your card, you're allowed to grow. You know what I mean? Like I think
I'm just talking about like here.
Oh yeah,
you know, other states. You know what I mean? How can you fucking literally sit here and tell me that I cannot grow a plant? I don't care if you smoke it, burn it, fucking whatever you do. I can care less. I can't personally do it. Okay, I've got too many other irons in the fire, and it's illegal in my state. You know what I mean? So but what I'm saying is, how can you fucking dictate, and how does it fall under the same scheduling as fucking cocaine and heroin? It's under the same classifications as that. That just blows my mind. Do you know, I finally had my 80-year-old dad finally convinced that it's not just about hippies, because he was that old. You know what I mean? It wasn't about fucking hippies and fucking eating Cheetos and watching TV. You know, I was like, Dad, you would have probably fucking done a lot of good if you'd ever tried it. You know what I mean? Because
and if you really dig into the history, and if Damon, if you want to pull this up, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to speak on something. I think the big push of marijuana becoming illegal was the DuPont family. Really was a big push because hemp and marijuana affected their paper business. So it wasn't even about it being a drug. It was more the product that it could make. So so it goes back to more. It got put into. It was a cash cow that somebody else didn't have a hand in. So they stuffed it out, man. So I think that's where it really came down to.
And you're right. And that's what somebody said. And this is going back a few years ago, is literally you can take, let's just say 1 acre, just for, you know, reference, 1 acre of hemp. Okay. 100%. And we've got fields that grow down here, and they have to put big ass signs up that, you know, this is a hemp, you know, it's owned by the UT agricultural, you know, they're doing this. You can take 1 acre of hemp and do the exact same thing you can do with 1 acre of wood, pulpwood, you know, the pines, you know, that they, you know, paper, the whole 9 yards. But here's the thing. This is renewable every year.
Yep.
The paper industry with the wood, it's a fucking 10, 15-year process, you know?
And I think that got into the DuPont family's pocket. Yes.
Yeah. And see, you can make plastics out of hemp, you know, all that. You know, you can do all that.
Reading this, marijuana became illegal in the U.S. due to a mix of racist propaganda, economic interest, Hearst Timber and DuPont's nylon competing with hemp, and the rise of prohibitionist figures like Harry Anslinger, culminating in a 1937 Marijuana Tax Act and the 1970s Controlled Substances Act. Though recent state-level decriminalization challenges the federal status, the DuPont family, initially promoting hemp for paper later shifted to nylon, making them opponents of cheap hemp. Yeah, so they had a big doubts.
Nylon.
Big
Yeah.
doubts.
And it's just crazy. Like, I think even today, the pharmaceutical companies spend a lot of money in the fight to keep it the way it is, because if they really knew, I saw some shit where they were wanting to make it legal, not so much to let people have access to it, but so they could study it more, because it being illegal like it is, they're not even allowed to test it because it's considered a certain category. They can only do certain things with it. They would take it off that level. They could do so much more testing with it. So they have already, it's crazy, man. It's a sad thing.
If they would just take it off of that classification and put it somewhere else, or just declassify it altogether, it's a fucking plant.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you do know, you can look up fucking, the United States government holds the patent on the marijuana. If you look that up, it's got its own patent number.
Yeah.
Nice. So they're making even more money that it's not going to us.
Right.
Woo. Go figure. Figure.
Anyway.
Got deep.
I wish they would, just make it more legal or more accessible. I didn't, that come out way redneck, more legal. Jesus.
More accessible to the people who need it and could use it and do good for them.
And it's just like, and this is going back 3, 4, 5, 10 years. I don't even remember when they started doing the damn, the rosin, where they was drawing and they had it in the syringes, the black tar,
the RSO, the RSO.
Yeah. And I can't remember, but they was taking it, and that fucking one guy that had Parkinson's so fucking bad, and it's still an ongoing, and they take it and they shove it in his fucking mouth, and you can sit there and watch him start calming down, and then fucking 15 or 30 minutes, he's, he gets back off the couch. He's like, holy shit. The kids with epilepsy, bro.
Yeah, I've seen testimony videos from parents that say that their kids wouldn't be functioning the way that they would if it wasn't for the RSO oil. And that's it's Rick Simpson oil. It's something that a guy that, it was clearly created to do nothing but good, and it's done a lot of good for people, man.
Yeah, sorry, Damon. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the fact that this type of a topic has to be a topic of discussion tells you that it's another example of government overreach.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It
would be interesting. It would be interesting to get one of these, if they're allowed to talk about it, one of these growers on here, an owner, to talk about, the craziness of it, what they're allowed, what they're not allowed, how bad the state is, because I think the state's really clamping them down, man. There's so much more that they could be doing.
Hey, let's Damon, put this in your hip pocket. Let's try to get Jeffrey Anderson on here. The musician. I know that Rogers, Jeremy and them had him on, and that's fine. But he, last time me and him spoke at Hillbilly Jam, I've known him for years, is we was talking and he was like, you wouldn't believe I've got $1 million fucking farm over here that grows everything, all this stuff.
Right.
And it was just really cool to hear the passion that he has, and not necessarily just being a pothead, you know what I mean? Just, the overall, he was like, man, because I was telling him about some of Ginger's ailments, just not feeling good. He's like, and it's the CBD stuff, but still yet, what's crazy is I can literally go down the road, go to a legitimate CBD store, not just some gas station. Okay. Big ass green sign, CBD plus, walk in, buy something, walk out, come home, either smoke it or, the edibles, whatever. And then I can go to my doctor and piss hot, and I get kicked out of my fucking management club. I mean, all that. I mean, not club, management doctor. And I asked him the other day. I said, "So tell me, how can I legally go buy this shit, come home, self-medicate with this, and you'll kick me out, or I can go buy a fucking fifth of Jack Daniels and drink a fucking fifth of it every fucking night to self-medicate." You know what I mean? and it's never, it's, you know, both of them are across the street from each other, you know, 100% business license, the whole 9 yards. But
Now, some of
one,
them are connected.
yeah, but you know, this one you don't frown on. This one, I get kicked out of my doctor. You know, I mean, it's the craziest shit ever. Yeah, and real quick, the LSU Cajun right here, Kratom is the new crack with a K. It's funny, doesn't show on a five panel, but here's the thing: Kratom is, and it's another plant. You can grow red, white Kratom in your house as a house plant. Cut the leaves off, dry them, and grind them, and take and put it in a capsule and take them. Here's the fucking problem: it's illegal in Tennessee. A fucking house plant. And if I go in there and I piss in that cup next month, and they test it for fucking kratom, and it shows up, out again. It's a fucking house plant. You could grow it over here, and nobody'd ever know the difference what it was.
Man, there's a lot of controversy about kratom. I was listening to a morning show on my way into work, and there was a comedian on there that was from California, and this comedian was talking to his experience with kratom, how he stopped in a gas station and he bought a kratom drink, and he said he drank it and it made him feel fucking fantastic, and so he started drinking them. They said he started drinking 8 of those things a day.
Woo.
And he said he went to his doctor and told his doctor what was going on. His doctor gave him the address to go immediately check into a rehab. They had to give him Suboxone to get him off the kratom.
Yeah.
So kratom attaches to some receptors in your brain. If you overdose, take too much of, it can be a problem. If you manage it properly, I don't think it's an issue. But if you overload, it becomes a problem. And this guy said they sent him straight to the rehab and filled him full of Suboxone for 6 or 9 months. And he says it was wild. His doctor said, you need to be very careful with kratom. I never knew it was that crazy. So that's the only thing I know about it.
And I've taken it. I've taken the shit ton of kratom.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is where it's a plant like that, and you're just taking a ground leaf, in a capsule.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. Okay. The problem that it got me is I would take 1 or 2 in the morning, 1 or 2 in the afternoon, the capsules, and then 1 or 2 in the evening. Dude, day 3 or 4, my stomach, dude, just went into knots because of excess gas, fiber. You know what I mean? It just tore and I had to fucking quit. Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah. It was big up here in Ohio for a while. I don't know if it's as big as it was. Ohio was hit real hard with the opioid epidemic, and I know a lot of people use the kratom to kick the opioid habit, but then they got hooked on the kratom. So I think they even pulled back on some of the kratom. So you don't quite see it like you used to up here, but it's around. It's definitely around.
Damn.
What you sipping on anything, Tom? We passed you up. We heard what Damon's drinking.
Yeah. I see this. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm drinking.
So I'm drinking on a little something I'd like to talk about for a minute. I know I talk a lot. So we have a place here locally called the Indian Creek Distillery.
Yeah, I've heard.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. So they took their Dandy John's corn whiskey. It's a 90 proof corn whiskey, and they put, if I'm not mistaken, they put cinnamon sticks, raisins, and I can't remember what else. And they put this corn whiskey in pumpkins, and they aged this stuff in pumpkins.
Inside pumpkins.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. If somebody give me some of that for Christmas, Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Santa
hey
Claus.
Joey, I'll send you my address and you can send me some,
I'm gonna tell you guys what. They already make a really solid clear corn whiskey. I didn't know that they make some really good bourbon and some rye. It's one of the oldest pot stills in the United States. It's
that's awesome.
It's a kick at yeah. Joe and Missy are awesome. I would almost like to do an episode where I just take 20 minutes and just talk about Indian Creek, man. I mean, the place is badass. But this stuff is amazing. I bought 2 bottles, and I almost wish I would have bought 4 because it's very, very small batch, and they make that clear. They only do so much of it twice a year. They do it twice a year, so it doesn't go away forever. But shout out to Indian Creek, man. If you're in my area and you can get out and get a bottle of this before it's gone, I 100% recommend you go see Joe and Missy and get you a bottle of this.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try some of that. You're gonna save me a shot?
I'm probably going to end up going back and buying more of it.
Good. Save me a shot at least.
So it's kind of funny. So this bottle here is unopened. It was supposed to go. I'm in a fantasy football league with the American and Whiskey Boys that I am in first place, by the way. But this is my entry fee. Your entry fee to the league is a $50 bottle of liquor. Well, this was my entry fee, but if I win the league, this is going in. But if I don't win the league, I don't think I'm giving this up. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, real quick, Damon, let's change gears just real quick. This LSU Cajun said, I bought a Beaver and need advice on a vinegar run for cleaning. It's real simple. Put vinegar in it, put water in it, steam it on the stove. Don't put any cooling liquid in it. When you get done, wash it really, really good. I mean, just rinse it out really, really good. And
get in the breakdown of the solution. Let's start. Let's be good here. You do 50-50. You do you know what I mean? A lot of people do different. What's your recommendation on the solution?
I mean, a 50-50 would be awesome. But I got a fucking 50 gallon still. I'm not putting 25 gallons of fucking vinegar in it. I don't.
So what would you do? Yeah. So I'm curious on that. So if you got the bigger stills, what can you get away with using? 5.
I put 5 gallons and 25 gallons of water in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then just let it push. Yeah. I mean, you've seen the videos, you know what I mean? But then once I get it out of there, this is the key. People don't understand is you need to get it back outside, whatever, hose it down with the water hose. You know what I mean? Clean that vinegar out of it. But being a Beaver still, it's got so much stainless in it. You're not going to need a whole lot of cleaning. If it's your first run, I would put, and he says he thinks it's 13 gallons, put a quart, of vinegar in it, and put 5 gallons of water or something like that.
So if it's all stainless, you don't quite need the copper. It's more.
Yeah, just let it steam out real good. If it's 13 gallons.
Path. Okay. All right.
Yeah, if it's 13 gallons, let it steam out for 15, 30 minutes, whatever. Get it out, rinse it out real good, and you'll be good to go. Sorry, but I wanted to try to do that. You know what I mean?
No.
How about deep real quick? You ready for my deep
yes.
Observations of America?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes. Come on.
It's about everybody's favorite topic. Education. Now, education in this country is failing our children, right? That's not hyperbole. That's a fact. We spend more money on students than almost any nation in the world, and yet basic outcomes, reading, math, science, continue to lag, right? Kids are leaving schools unprepared for real life, unprepared for the workforce, unprepared to contribute to their own communities. And a big part of that problem isn't just how much we spend, it's about what we spend it on, right? Schools are supposed to teach basics, how to read, how to write, how to think, to solve problems, how to understand the world and your place in it. Instead, too many classrooms have become places where ideology overshadows education. We're seeing diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, pushed in schools. Lessons, programs, and messaging that use our tax dollars, to promote social frameworks instead of a core learning process. DEI started with good intentions, some people say. Inclusion sounds good, doesn't it, on the surface? But it has morphed into an infrastructure of ideology, and it's being funded by parents and communities. That's you and I, our tax dollars. Whether you agree with it or not, the U.S. Department of Education is in charge of that. And alongside DEI, there's a trend where schools treat gender identity as part of the curriculum. When did that happen? Huh?
I don't know, but you about got choked up on that little thing. I see that.
Kids are told that boys can be girls and girls can be boys. Now, as neutral information, but as classroom instruction without clear parental consent. That's not what schools are supposed to do.
No.
That's moving ideology into the classroom, especially when it's done with tax dollars. There are real debates happening across America. Laws like Texas Senate Bill 12 make parental consent required for social transitioning and ban instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity, precisely because parents want control over what their children learn. Right? Now, this isn't just a conservative issue, it's a libertarian issue, in my opinion. Libertarian philosophy says parents, not the state, are responsible for raising their children. Schools should educate, not act as platforms for activism. Yet, in many districts, activism, whether through DEI frameworks or gender identity discussions, has crowded out curriculum that's been truly beneficial for generations. Instead of focusing on math and literacy, kids are exposed to activism in classrooms, and not always in ways parents have chosen. That's the real shift away from education towards ideology. And that's not just theory. Data shows that teachers themselves feel the pressure. A significant number say current debates about topics like gender identity negatively impact their ability to do their job. Parents shouldn't have to opt into basic academics, but ideology should not be compulsory. Schools should be places of learning, not indoctrination. If children are going to be taught about complex social issues, that should start at home with their parents, not mandated through a classroom with tax dollars behind it. The debate over what is taught and who decides is fundamentally a debate about freedom. Do parents have the right to direct their children's education? Absolutely. Do schools funded by local and federal taxes get to dictate ideology to our children? Well, that's where we got to draw the line, right? Education should be neutral, practical, and accountable to parents and local communities. A system that pushes ideology instead of core education is a system that's failed our children. And as long as that continues, our kids won't be prepared to succeed in the real world. They deserve better. We deserve better. And taxpayers should get actual education, not activism in classroom. All right, there's my rant.
Listen,
Okay, can I say something real quick?
absolutely.
Okay, and I'm not even going to touch on the ideology thing. I'm not. I'm just going to stay on just education. Okay, here's the thing, and I'm no way knocking this child. I'm not. My grandson is what, third grade now? Third grade. He gets on there and he reads, because we homeschool now. You know what I mean? I'm so over the school system, just over it. So he gets on there and he reads whatever they're asking him to read out loud.
Mhm.
Knocks it out. There's another kid on there, and this is third grade now, that when he reads it as like, Uncle Joe, you know what I mean? And I'm not, please don't take it, I'm making fun of this child by no way, shape, or form. But at a third grade level, how in the hell is he not reading Uncle Joey or Damon, or you know what I mean? It just, and I feel so sorry for this kid. So sorry. But as a school system, we have failed him, because I feel like he shouldn't be on a third grade level, but his parents have extremely failed the system. There's kids that go to kindergarten that don't even know fucking colors or shapes or anything. The parents are like, that's the school teacher's deal. No. I just don't understand.
Times are so different, man. The lack of time, it's just, I don't know, man. My stepson was a substitute school teacher for a little while, and some of the stuff at a middle school here, the local middle school here, and some of the stuff he would come and complain about, that how these kids would act. Man, if I even said close to some of the things that he says these kids say to the teachers, the discipline level is insane, and I don't know what's changed, man. I don't know. They became afraid to discipline these kids, and these kids know that they're afraid to discipline them, and they take advantage of it, and they walk on them, and it's very disrespectful, and it's coming from parents that don't teach that to their kids, and their kids go to school and do this, and you don't ever, it just blows me away. Like,
it's
you
called
weren't raised
soft
like this.
parenting. It's called soft parenting. Put them in a corner, a timeout, or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm not for beating children, but you know what? I mean,
kids. Man, I'm for beating kids. I'll say it. Kids need their ass beat. I got my ass beat. And my kids know what an ass beating is. Yeah, they, to a certain level, they don't, because I never wanted to be my father. My father was an asshole. I think he went to the extreme, but it made me the man that I am today. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. I'm still the person I am because of how I was brought up. You know, like I said, yeah, me and my dad, it was a little rough at times, but I tried to always make sure I was never that man to my kids. But at the same time, my kids knew if I needed to put my foot down, they heard me, and they knew what discipline was. So it just, I don't know what's changed, man. It's just the level of discipline that these parents they're almost afraid to give to their kid. I don't get it, man. I've
seen a little cartoon thing, Joey, that said literally it was, 1985 or whatever. But, you get in trouble and, the kids, then they go home, get their ass beat. If you get in trouble at school, get your ass beat, you're going to get another one when you got home,
Okay.
It's, it was the teacher was like, you've got a bad child. I'm just saying. Now it turned around that the teacher was the one cowering in the corner, and the parents are over top of them threatening, all these lawsuits or all this stuff. If you even remotely say something wrong to their child, like, don't do that. I mean,
in my opinion, and this is me and the way I view the world right now, and it's been this way for a while. When I was bad, I got my ass beat. I was disciplined. When I had too much energy, I was put into sports. I was told to get a job. You know what they do to these kids now? They medicate them.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I think one of the big problems that lies here is, we're going back to talk about big government here is the Department of Education. I think it needs to be abolished and done away with. I think education needs to be controlled and handled on a local level. The small town that I live in, in Tennessee, population of 2,000 people. They're not teaching them because of the curriculum that they have to teach based off the Department of Education with their mandates. That's not what the kids in this area should be learning. Kids in this area should be learning farms and animals, husbandry, that kind of stuff.
I've been reading a lot of stuff about the technical schools that our country needs to push that, and it's something that it's time that we have a really good system in my area called CTC. They do a great job with the education they give the kids. They give them real good firsthand knowledge of the workforce. And my middle son Dylan went through CTC, and he excelled at CTC. He hated high school. He hated the environment at high school. He hated the clickiness of high school. He hated everything about high school. And that kid went to CTC and went through the roof, man. He excelled. He got certificates. He won competitions. It was amazing to see the drive that this kid got by just learning a trade. And to this day, right now, the career path that he's chosen, man, he's got a beautiful home. They've got, he does very well from himself. No college degree. He's got mad certificates and mad education that he got from that technical program. And our government needs to push a lot of more kids in that direction. Plumbers, electricians, those. They said plumbers is going to be a big thing because nobody wants to be a plumber. And a lot of, it's something that people are going to realize that they're going to need. So
you got to have a good crack to be a plumber, and not everybody has one.
Not everybody has one. I don't have enough ass to be a plumber.
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing, and I've been watching these guys. I think it's Missouri School of Welding or Welding School, or is a whatever. Okay, there's 2 or 3 very predominant welding schools in our country. Once you graduate high school, you can go to you pay a tuition, but when you graduate, they find you a job. You know what I mean? They pushed in, and I'm just letting you know, if I was 15 years old right now, I would definitely be going to that CTC or a VOTEC school, a vocational school of some sort, learning all the welding I could possibly do. because there is guys that are spending $150,000 on just their welding rig alone, truck, welder, all the stuff. And it's funny, you see them on these pipelines, they've got trucks back to back, like stacked in there. These guys are welding this section, okay? And then when they get done, they just move their whole rig up to the very front to where the next spot is and park, set up. Man, these guys have got umbrellas, you know what I mean? They work in the shade, all this stuff. They've got $150,000 in just their welding truck, okay, their service truck, whatever. And I mean, my God, they're making fucking $300-400 an hour with your per diem and everything tied together.
Yeah,
but I mean,
welders and pipe fitters, man. That's
yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, if I would so do that.
Man, listen, I truly wish. See, when I was in high school, they didn't really push CTC as much. They I feel like, in my opinion, in my time, I'm 56. I'm 56. I love when I forget how old I am.
Old ass
they didn't. I don't feel like they pushed it. I feel like at least now they push these kids, but I almost really wish that I was pushed a little more towards CTC because I didn't have the best grades. I didn't show a lot of interest in high school. I wasn't into that cliquey shit. I was a perfect candidate for something like CTC, and I probably would have done it. Looking back on it, because I knew I wasn't going to college, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And, the guidance counselors didn't even really say much to you about CTC. With my shitty grades, they should have said, hey, man, you might want to know. They keep saying, well, if you get your grades better, you get into college. So,
I'm not about college.
They were so pushing college in the 80s. I graduated in 87. That's all they were pushing was college. Yeah. I really, really wish they would have pushed more some vocational training.
Well, let's talk about that then. In the 80s and 90s when they were pushing college so much, why do you think that is? It's I'll rub your nuts if you rub mine kind of a game here. You're pushing people to go to college. You're creating all these students are going into debt. Hundreds of thousands of dollars before they even graduate, before they can even find a job. For an education that is menial at best. I mean, they could have went to CDC and gotten a better education. But now these fuckers are in debt before they even graduate. And that's where we came up with that thing about the student loan forgiveness thing. Because
right there, Damon, like what you're saying, though. Okay, I am all for college. But what I don't want to do is, let's say if I am going for whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever my major is going to be. Why do I need to take a liberal arts underwater basket weaving class because they fucking say I do? That does not pertain to my major. Now say it again, Damon. I talked over you. I'm sorry.
Colleges are just indoctrination camps now anyway. I mean, they're
right. 100%.
You'd be better off going to a vocational school, like you were saying, Joey, because college, you're going to go in there and come out with pink hair and.
But think about it. If these high school guidance counselors would push this vocational system, how many of these colleges would exist?
Big colleges, we've got a community college.
Student loan system.
Big state colleges.
We've got a community college over here, and guess what? They actually do have welding classes, plumbing classes, that you could take, And at one time I thought, man, when I got back home from working on the railroad and all that stuff and was hurt, I didn't know what was going to happen. Thank God it happened the way it did. But I was like, I'm about to look into this welding, curriculum over here. That way I could, my dad was a welder, I mean, I don't know. It was just something I was looking into.
Damn, Joey. Rigsby said you graduated when he was a year old.
He was probably late to that, too.
Oh, shit.
He should have only been fucking 10 months old at that time. But no, that motherfucker drug his feet around. Now he's a year old. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
Should have been born earlier. But there was one other thing I wanted to talk about besides the abolition of the Department of Education. I want to get over to the moonshine aspect here and talk about the legalities and why it's illegal. Because, there's a lot of stuff that's been going through the courts lately. But challenges, not only out of Texas, not only that federal judge out of Texas. I had it pulled up here. Let me see. There's a hobby distillers association that's constantly fighting and making this federal tax law. They're trying to get it repealed. Of course that Texas judge has bumped it up to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals to find out that that's unconstitutional because it doesn't do anything with the Commerce Clause. It has nothing at all. It's just illegal because they don't want people. I don't fucking know why it's illegal. It's stupid.
It's for the tax money, just like we said on everything else.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than that because
I mean, like you said, Damon, why can a man not make? I don't give a shit, if he's a heavy drinker. I mean, why can't he make damn 26 gallons of liquor? Why do they restrict it to 10? You know what I mean? What difference?
Listen, I get not wanting a guy to own a 150-gallon pod or a 110-gallon pod or something, but what is wrong? I mean, if I can grow my own weed, if I can legally grow my own weed now, why can't I produce my own alcohol? I can make wine. I can make beer.
Make beer.
Why can't I make liquor?
You can ferment vegetables. You can make sauerkraut. You can do all that stuff.
I don't really think the crazy part about it. I don't think what they're worried about. I don't think me making liquor in my garage and my buddies coming over and me sharing it with them. I don't really think I'm affecting the state liquor consumption. I don't really think
bottom dollar.
Yeah, I don't really think me and my buddies are consuming that much liquor out of the system that we're putting a damper on what we could be buying from the state. So,
that's why I was thinking. I'm like, for so long we've said that it's taxes. It's because they need it, but it's got to be more than that. I mean, there's got to be something deeper. The reason why everything else is legal. You can even fucking grow pot in some states.
But it goes back to prohibition again. The whole DuPont thing with the weed. There's that. And I'm just saying. So I think it all got pigeonholed into a category to where it's just that maybe they don't want to spend the money on bringing it up in Congress again. I don't know, but
here's my opinion. I think back then there were so few places making it. They had it all controlled, like you said, or they had it all pigeonholed or whatever. Now there's so many places doing it. What the fuck does it matter? You know what I mean? Like I can see back then they were trying to control it, trying to monitor it, trying to make sure it was safe. Well, now that there's enough people out there that know what they're doing, let these motherfuckers make their liquor, man.
Well, and I see it as the libertarian, I see it as government overreach. Get your fucking hands out my pocket, motherfucker.
Yep.
So
and this is amazing. I never thought something aged in a pumpkin with brown sugar, raisins, and cinnamon sticks. It's a little bit post flavored. I guess it's a little post flavored, I would say.
But just like you said, you're buying that jar, you're buying those bottles, so you're still stimulating the economy and the tax dollars off of those. Yeah. Whatever 2, 3, 5 gallons that we're making is not going to put a dent on that bottom line right there. Because Damon's drinking that big ass beer over there. You know what I'm saying? I got Woodruff Reserve and Castle and Key. I got all that shit up there that, so we're all still stimulating the bottom line for the liquor sales. Yeah. I don't understand what the big deal is on why.
I don't see why you can't produce it like gifts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, enjoy giving it to people anyway. So I don't know. It's the whole barter system. And maybe that's part of it. They're trying to keep it to where money is still the root of how things are done, because when it really gets down to it, they let you legally make liquor. They now you can trade liquor and trade liquor for other goods. So are they trying to keep it to where money's relevant by controlling what we can? Listen, there's a rabbit hole. Let me go smoke some pot and we can dig into this rabbit hole. No, I mean, think about it. Is it a big whole overall picture? You know what I mean? Is it like you said, government control, government overreach?
I think that's a lot, has to do with federal powers versus freedom. The more power the federal government gets, the less freedom we have.
Or they want to keep you dependent. Is it more they trying to keep you dependent on them?
Possible. I mean, people argue all day that no, your freedoms first of all, our freedoms don't come from the federal government. Let's get that. They were put into play. The federal government was put into place to protect our God-given freedoms. What did I say? It was given by God and nature's laws. That's what the founders said. It wasn't said, well, as long as the government approves.
Right. That was never a fact. Never a fact.
Well, and also think about this. I've got 5 gallons of liquor, and I need to go to this lady who makes clothes, and I need clothes for myself, my wife, my kids. I go in there and I trade them this 5 gallons of liquor, and you supply all my family's clothes. Hey, guess what? There ain't no tax dollars involved in that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what they used to say a long time ago is you can sell a bushel of corn for $3. You know, you can sell a bushel of corn for $3 back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now you can take that same bushel of corn and turn it into 12 jars of liquor. I'm just, whatever, and sell each jar for $3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's you're right. And there's so much other stuff like even with the marijuana trade and the CBD trade, the hemp trade with alcohol. Antiseptics,
pharmaceutical companies, yeah.
Dude, we literally use our heads, and Ginger makes her own Dawn, the power wash, puts Dawn in it, alcohol fills up, roll of water, shakes it up, and that's what we use. I mean, so you don't have to buy that $4 fucking thing of power wash every 2 weeks
what
or whatever.
Saying. If they allow it to everybody could make their own, you would take a lot of tax dollars out of. I'm telling you, there's a lot. I think there's more to it than just making it to where it's affecting distilleries. I think it's to where now you go back to people wanting to trade it for other stuff. I don't know. I'm a believer that they don't want the barter system. They want it to leave it the way it is. They don't want us to be able to trade goods amongst ourselves. They want us to have to buy everything.
Right.
And they'll tell you it's because we got to make sure that those goods are safe. Yeah, I don't fucking care what you say. Guess what? I now have an overabundance of fucking chicken eggs. And ain't no motherfucking from the federal government coming over to make sure that my eggs are safe.
Right.
You ain't gonna step on my fucking property. I tell you that right now.
Did you know, Damon, speaking of eggs like that, there's a lady that runs around here and she sells real milk, okay? Real cream, all that stuff, right? And did you know on the label, because it's not pasteurized and all that shit,
Consumption.
pet use only.
That's a legality. They have to do that. Even if you're going to buy it for yourself, they have to put that on there.
Oh, I know, but it's just one of that's another bullshit thing, that's just stupid.
And this is a weird topic too, because I'm lactose intolerant, but I can drink raw milk and I got no problem with it.
99% of the rest of the world's that way. If you drink real milk, it don't hurt nobody.
I used to buy it at a place in Florida when I lived down there, and it had that for animal consumption only on it, big sticker on there. But shit, man, I'd drink a glass of it in the morning and put it in my cereal and all kind of shit.
Yeah, never had it. Crazy. Big old fat cap, it's set on top. You shake it up, phenomenal. It's $8 a gallon, but it's phenomenal.
That's kind of pricey shit. Damn.
That's that good milk.
But that, man, I can take that same whole milk that she sells and pour it in my coffee, man, and just rock on with it. I don't have to buy any extra creamers or any bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that. It's just awesome. But I can't afford it all the time, but it sure is good for a little trade every once in a while.
Yeah. If you can trade shit, if I could find a dairy farmer that would trade liquor for gallons of milk, I'd be like, fuck, give you a gallon of liquor, give me a gallon of milk.
That's all I'm saying, man. The barter system, it'd be so awesome if we could start developing if we can, make our own goods, and liquor was one of them, that would be part of life again.
Yeah. It would be.
I would trade a quart of my good red, white, and blue all day long for a gallon of milk. I would.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
before I jump off here, I can't stay on real long tonight. There is one more thing I did want to talk about tonight. We were talking about the moonshine aspect of it. I'd like to give a shout out to a guy, the owner of Drop Zone Distillery, man. Oh, Rod Sarge Parton. I'm just kind of becoming aware of what Rod's doing down there at Drop Zone, and we just had Brad Sanders on our podcast, Still Talking, and got to know a little bit more about Rod. And sounds to me like he's doing a lot of good things for the Shiners, trying to reach out and trying to push them to help them get jars on his shelf. I believe there's some guys here in the near future that he's working with that there's some things coming down the pike. I'm kind of interested to see what's going on over there. I don't know Rod. I don't know if you guys have ever met Rod or talked to Rod, can speak on him, but he's somebody that I'd like to definitely sit down and talk with or get interviewed, because I feel like he might be a pathway for some of these guys that were on Master Distiller or that just make good liquor and have a little bit of money to spend. You can go down there and get you a jar out there, man. I think it's awesome that he's doing that.
Yeah, we definitely need to maybe get him on here, let him do some talking,
Yeah, well, he's got military background too, so I guess he's got some damn good stories to talk about. So I reached out to him and I talked to Brad a little bit, so it'd be nice to talk with him. But
sure,
I think he's doing a cool thing down there, man. I know he's got Tracy Arvin, I think his Squat Shine, and Brad's jar. We've got Tracy on Still Talking here coming up. I'm excited to talk with him. Nice. Tracy's a good dude.
Well, so as we wind up here, Uncle Joey, go ahead and tell us where everybody can find you at if they're so wanting to look for you in the future.
Well, I'm on Monday nights. We do a podcast with Big Easy, Sean Rigsby, the master distiller himself, when he's on time. And man, everybody's buddy Matt Lee Master, man. Who don't love Matt? He sits down there and he just drinks. I mean, he's a piece of shit, is what he is. Matt, you're a piece of shit.
Oh shit!
But he's a good piece of shit.
I love Matt. Matt is awesome. I love all those guys. But I'm on Monday nights. We do a interview style podcast on Facebook Live. Come check us out if you ever get a chance. I'd appreciate it.
It's streamed through the militia page now.
Yes, we do all of our Monday nights through the militia page. That's awesome. It's definitely helped us grow our viewers. And please like, share, follow, comment. The more viewers, the more followers. It's awesome. We'd love to grow.
I'll get you guys on that calendar too. You guys are on Mondays, so I'll put it on the calendar so that way.
I'd appreciate that, David. Awesome.
Everybody knows. Tom, where can they find your stinky ass?
Right here in this damn chair.
Right there.
Right here.
Right there.
I don't do shit. Take care of this one.
And you're on every once a month also with Chad doing.
I am. I've got a little podcast live thing going on with Chad. It's mashing in memories with Chad and Tom, or Tom and Chad. I can't remember how we listed it, but anyway, it's a Chad. He's awesome. You need, Moonshiner Chad, man. He's got a lot of followers on TikTok and everything else. Look him up. He's a hoot, man. He's
one of a kind. He is one of a kind.
He is. Then I get on this show and I do this with you guys the next week. And then when we have the shit show once a month, or when we have it, I'm on there as well.
Oh, yeah. I love the shit show, man. It's a good time.
I'm just glad we toned it down, man. It was just get a little rowdy, but
I think, we had it a couple weeks ago. People weren't, I don't know, they weren't ready for it, or they just didn't think about it. I don't know, but it was a low turnout, but we had a good time, for the people that were there. And I think we're going forward. We need to start pushing that more as well. So more people show up, and we can still control it to an extent. We don't need it to be like it used to be.
That's where it got, only thing I could say where I think that got a little crazy was just letting anybody on. There was a couple. I'm all for that to a certain extent.
Yeah, we've got more reins on that shit show now, so We'll still
But
have
I
it.
do love it. I love me some shit show.
It'll be back. And me, I'm fucking busy as fuck all over here. I got this show, American Moonshine. I'm on a show with Wayne Herbert from Ozark Steelworks called The Proof Is Out There. It actually has been doing really good. I mean, it's getting a lot of fucking views.
That's
I'm
coming
actually
up next
working.
week,
I'm
isn't it?
working with Wayne. I'm working to get Wayne on ours as well. I love Wayne. I love
Yeah.
listening to you guys, man.
Yeah, we got a show next week with Wayne on The Proof Is Out There called Wicked Winter. It's all about spooky, scary winter stories.
Nice.
So, you know, the title of the show, The Proof Is Out There, it's a play on words. It can be proof as in proof the alcohol proof, or, you know, where's the proof that actually exists kind of thing.
Area 51 shit.
Fortean topics, as they say. So that's fun. It's been fun. And I do my horror movie podcast as well. I'm going to kick that more in the high year as well coming up. I got a show with Wayne and Jennifer, actually, Night of the Comet coming up. So
nice.
That's going to be fun. Fun times.
Fun times. Well, listen, I know I love my time with you boys. I look forward to it. I forget about it sometimes, and then it pops up, and I'm like, fuck yeah. Get to see Tom and Damon, dude. I love you guys.
We love you too, baby.
Yeah. I was just happy that you decided to stick around and come on every week with us. That's what I like.
Man, I was honored that you guys asked me to join this, whatever this is.
American Moonshine.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that may just think Joey's just the fun-loving, you know, bullshit, you know, wide open kind of guy. But then all of a sudden we bring you into here and all of a sudden you're talking government and, you know, all that stuff. That's the cool side that I like to hear from you, you know?
Yeah, man.
We
you know,
got
I like
that
to,
wild side. But
I like to have fun. I like to act stupid, but man, there's a lot that I bite my tongue with a lot of that shit on podcasts because then you get a lot of hate. But this is the platform to do it. You know what I mean? Like if it's not the platform, you don't want to bring it out there. And this is the platform. So we're going to talk about two of my very favorite things is America and Moonshine.
Oh, I thought you was going to say Tom and Damon.
And Tom and Damon.
Not hot dogs, right?
That's
No.
right.
No wieners.
All right, well, that's it. I want to thank everybody out there for hanging out with us for this hour and 12 minutes now and listening to us ramble on the America and Moonshine Show, officially a part of the Moonshine Militia Podcast Network now. So,
Nice.
we got merch. You can go to the TeePublic website, look that up. Also, check us out on YouTube if you want to catch any of our past shows. This show is growing. It's out there on Spotify's now too. So people like Joey.
I think this was a very solid episode tonight, man. I think this will be a good one to go back and listen to.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We're gonna end this out now. Everybody out there, thanks again. Have a good night. Love you
Damon,
all.
are you gonna still kick it as a live and let Joey walk out, let Joey get out, and then let other people in? That's some questions or anything. I think Patrick was wanting on.
There you guys go.
You know
Hey.
what? We can do that for a little bit. We can hang out for a little bit longer on this live.
Hey,
Okay,
love you
I'm
guys.
gonna
Have a
send
good
him a
night.
link.
I'll see you guys.
Joey.
Thank you, Joey. Love you, bro. Hang on, I'm gonna send him a damn link.
Kevin Smith got his Chad Grant for governor shirt.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I told Chad I was going to make that shirt, and guess what? I think on the last episode of America and Moonshine, I think Uncle Joey said something, made mention of it, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that shirt. Freddie Picardo, what's going on?
Hey, I think I'm gonna go ahead and kick Joey kick him on the bottom.
Yeah, I can get him out. Kick him from there. You don't need to be down there no more.
I just, you know.
Look at that. There's Patrick Dooney in the house.
Oh, hey, my fault.
God damn. You add him, Tom.
All right. Somebody add him.
It's like, you want me? You don't want me. You want me? You don't want me. I don't know who was fighting over that one.
Me and Damon both fast on the trigger tonight.
Hell yeah. How you guys doing?
Hey, I want to hear your update. Tell us what's going on. I know you got something going on.
Oh man, I got a lot going. Okay. So I got to go to London here on the 28th
Like
of
Kentucky,
January
Kentucky.
for the World of Whiskeys Awards. I won Best Whiskey in Mexico, which I didn't know there was
Nice.
actually 26 other distilleries here that entered in. And then I go for the Best Whiskey in the World, which, I mean, I'm going against Johnny Walker and Dewar's and all,
Oh no.
people that have been around
Okay.
for a long time. I mean, there's definitely going to be some biased opinions in that because, every country, for the most part, has their own rules and regulations of how whiskey can be made, and bourbon, like the United States, with whiskey, it's, they have to have 51% corn and, X amount of different grains and
Yeah.
sugars, limits and stuff. And here in Mexico, it's lawless. There's no
Right.
rules. There's no regulations. There's nothing. There's no aging that's required. So, I mean, it's just new. So I think that's going to take a big effect on, when it comes to the world, but hell, just even to be there, I'm fine with that.
Well, good. Well,
So-
congratulations.
I appreciate that. So there's that. And then, I got with the university here and, they showed a presentation of their business in marketing, courses that they have. And of course, with resources being very limited here, they wanted to talk about having interns come in to learn business and marketing. And also on the culinary side, they create, different projects and different like drinks and food and stuff of that nature. And they learn how to market it, that way. And, there was a group that made a mezcal that they're trying to put out there, but they're buying mezcal from somebody else. And this is on the culinary arts side of it. They make the juice for the mixer for it, but they don't know anything about the distillation process. So I said, well, how about we make you guys your own mezcal? And I just opened up the distillery for that. So we're going to be doing that. They're going to make their own mezcal. I've never made mezcal. I talked to Amanda a little bit about it tonight, about different ratios and, ways to go about it, different yeasts and that nature. But again, it's hard to find anybody in the United States that's ever made mezcal.
Well,
So I can't make tequila. I cannot do that here because I am a legal distillery and it would be illegal for me to make tequila.
Can you make an agave spirit?
I can make an agave spirit, but because Morelos, the state that I live in, they just won the denomination of origin for mezcal. So their focus for that is, mezcal. And, this is for them. It's not for me. It's not something that I'm going to be selling, myself out of the distillery. So, I mean, whatever their focus is, we'll do that. So we're going to be, offering internships with people, with students there as a part of their course program. And then, maybe possible employment after their internship. But they're required to have 4 months of an internship for them to get a diploma. So they asked us to be a part of that. And I said, yeah, we can do that. And then hopefully, if, they bring in new business for us, we're going to be taking a large portion of that money, putting that aside. We're going to be given, a percentage back to the university. And then we're also going to take another percentage of that. And we're going to start putting a fund together for scholarships for kids that can't afford to go to college, but want to further their education. So fortunately, their college per semester is about $130 per semester per student. So, I think it's going to be a win-win all around.
that's
Awesome,
great,
dude.
man.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Doing good stuff. That's awesome, dude.
I mean, that's going to be the only way. I mean, hell, we just had an arson come through and burn down
Yeah, I saw those
The-
pictures. Burnt
the
down
town's Christmas tree. Yeah. You know, and we don't get any help from the government. So shit, we went down and bought all new lights and all that new green fake rope so they could make a tree. And we had it up in a day. The whole town got together. It was really cool.
Nice.
To have everybody come in.
That's good. It's really nice.
Awesome. I remember. Do you remember when Patrick was just a guy in Mexico trying to make liquor and didn't have a or nothing yet? Remember that?
I do. I'm afraid I do.
And now he just won an award. Wow, dude. That's fucking awesome.
And going to London, Kentucky to fight for the world.
Yeah. It's insane.
Kentucky.
It's insane on how much has happened in a year's time. Is literally when I started this, when I first got in, you know, especially with the militia, and started learning from, you know, all of you and your guys' different processes and ways that you do things. And then I just kind of incorporated my own from everybody's idea and just, you know, made my own process. And it's like, here I am.
Proud of you.
And that's what you're supposed to do with this. It's not supposed to be follow everything that I do. You know, you may find something easier to do. You know, that's awesome. I'm glad.
Right.
I'm super proud of you, man.
It's awesome.
Well, I may be doing things a little bit more difficult too.
Well,
I'm sure if one of you guys came down and be like, you'd see what I'm doing. It's like, well, why don't you just do this instead? And be like, oh, why the fuck didn't I think about that?
When I first started, I was like, you know what, man, I need like a damn 25 or a 30-gallon pot, right? I need this pot so I can heat water to mash in, you know, all this stuff. And I had an old timer literally lean back and he's like, you've got a 50-gallon pot. And I'm like, no, I don't, that's my steel, you know? And he's like, I know. Why? Will it not fucking heat water too?
Right.
Oh. Because I was thinking, shit, I'm going to have to buy this $250 fucking big ass stainless pot to heat water in. You know, he's like, no, you got a fucking copper pot sitting right there, just heat it in. I'm like, I didn't even think about that shit, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, so I just shot a video with TV Unam here not too long ago. And, you know, they wanted to have me give kind of a history of myself making whiskey.
Right.
And they're like, well, you know, how long have you been making it? And of course, these questions were already asked beforehand and set up. And it was like, a little over a year. You can't say that. I was like, well, what do you want me to say? They're like, no, you say like you've been doing it since you were a kid. You know, I was like, okay. So it's like now I'm really, you know, gotten more in depth with the Hollywood scenes, even on the Mexico side. It's like, you guys are all full of shit. Every single one of you.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, it's insane. So it's like, you know, okay, well, this is for their own program, and I know they look for ratings and all that type of stuff. So I can't go against that. Plus, they put me on national TV, you know, and you know that's where I'm at here, and it's just grown a lot of popularity.
Yeah.
The only thing that, you know, I can't do really well is marketing, you know, as far as with social media. Like, I do not have time to do that shit. You know, adding a Facebook post here and there, that's one thing, but I need a PR firm, you know, that will just like sit there and focus on that.
Yeah. Find a PR firm you can pay with Moonshine.
If I had a PR firm, I said, what?
You can pay them with Moonshine.
Yeah, right. Hell, that's too strong for them. They don't want that here. Anything above 80%, or I'm sorry, 80 proof, 40%, they hate it. It's too strong. They do not want it. It's too strong for them. I mean, hell, all mezcal's anywhere between like 35%, and maybe you'll get some that are 50. Maybe. But anything more than that, they like sweet things here. And that's kind of their just focus. Sweet and light. I mean, hell, we were making drinks at an event here in the town, and just a double shot was too strong for them. and it was mixed with juices and everything else. And to me, it just tasted like juice.
Right.
And they were just like, "No, can you just add a little less liquor? I'll pay the same price." And it's like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
All in.
What?
Well, good deal.
I mean,
It's awesome, man.
you've got
So what are you guys doing? What's been going on with the militia? I haven't been on in a long time.
We got a lot of shit going on.
you said what you
Tom's
said.
Tom's having his surgery. He's officially turning into a pig.
Are you finally getting a vasectomy?
No. I had one of them 20 years ago, bro. Yeah.
We've been it's it's the end of the year stuff, so we're trying to wind down from the end of the year, at the end of the year, Christmas stuff coming up.
Right.
Holy ball sacks. We got a famous person in the house.
Oh, if he's ever gonna get in.
I'm trying to forward. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. My bad. I'll be right there. Hold on a second.
No. But I've been working on trying to get all of our podcasts and everything under one umbrella. So that's one of the things that I've done.
Yeah.
I did create the podcast network now. So
Nice.
all these podcasts fit underneath there.
So are you going live on Kick and all those other platforms or no?
Yeah, Kick and Rumble. We had an issue with Twitch. So I gotta look in more into Kick because we've been having some issues with the ladies' night. Get some people on there, and there's no way to control that. So you can stream to Kick,
Right.
but you can't censor comments
Oh.
because they're coming from Kick. And whenever the ladies go live, we just don't even stream them to Kick anymore because.
Yeah, I mean you got to be able to have some control in that.
Yeah.
To eliminate problems or stupid people trying to say whatever they want against somebody that's good because
Chad Grant for governor.
What's
Hell
up, buddy?
yeah.
What's happening with y'all?
How's your election going?
Man, I'm falling in the polls, bro. I'm gonna have to kick it up. I was giving away a free pint with every vote. It was like I'm gonna have to kick it up to a court. I'm gonna have to put it to court on them, what I mean? Hey Phil, I can't get that to happen, man. You do it for me, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, he is. Hey, we here to crash y'all shit. What's up, man?
Famous people in the house.
You've been high on spray paint?
You've been high on spray paint.
Yes, sir.
Not since
What's
I was
going-
in high school.
Toby, I saw you dancing.
Look at that, fella.
Is Toby still out here? I don't even know if Toby's still out here.
Yeah, he's out there lurking around. He's wanting to talk to you.
Oh, did I not see? I see Phil Billy's on.
What's up, brother?
I've been
I'm
over there
ready to
checking
fight.
out, man. Y'all know Copper Steel Co. Adam and Carrie was over there on Uncle Moonshine's page. I've been checking them out. Thought we'd come
Yeah.
crash you out now.
I saw that they were over there earlier.
Hell
But-
What
yeah.
happened to Uncle Joey?
He
He
had
did
he had a kick for work.
Fuck you, Uncle Joey.
I know he's an hour behind us, ain't he? Ain't y'all in Central Time or some shit?
Nah. He's just right by me. We same time.
I'm fucking with y'all. Last week, goddamn Prohibition said that he said, hell, I ain't worried about it. It ain't 7 o'clock here.
And he still dipped out an hour early.
He's good
How'd
up there,
that live
good up
go?
there.
Did that go good, friends?
Oh yeah, we
I
did
thought
good.
it
What the hell was you all talking about on the fucking live? What kind of what the fuck?
All right. Well, first off, we're still attached to that live.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about anything like that, we'll have to go in the stream.
Constructive
Oh yeah, well,
criticism,
end
Toby.
the stream
Constructive.
because this probably needs to be ended now.
It's easy. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
What the
There you
fuck? All right, I got you, David. They're good, buddy. I got you, brother. Good,
What the
buddy.
hell is
God damn
going
it.
I won't
on?
fucking watch
I didn't know he was really mad. I thought he was playing.
He is. He's pissed.
He gets her bad real quick. Real easy.
I mean, We have different shows. If you don't like the show, that's okay.
Everybody,
It's
get
not-
rid of
it
it.
doesn't have to be.
Some shit to say.
Stop it. Get back in here.
Let him back in. I don't know what he's mad
Get
about.
in here.
You don't know it. Yeah.
Calm your ass
Yeah.
down.
Man, he couldn't get in, man.
Calm down.
We couldn't pull up the podcast, and we thought maybe it had maybe was on purpose. You know what I'm saying? We was an
You
accident, I
thought you
guess.
fucking with him.
You thought you was fucking with him.
No,
Why always got to be fucking with Toby?
no,
I don't know.
it's,
I don't know.
it's we do our show, and then we do this show, and then, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I know,
And then-
I know. Yeah, I know, bro. No, he wasn't trying to get on. He couldn't even pull the damn thing up to watch it. Like he thought he was.
I sent him the link.
We love you, Tobe. We love you, man.
Well, and I still stand by it. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the truth. I mean, that's 100%. Yeah, but we
Get
still
back
love
in
you.
here, Toby.
Change the channel, baby. Change the channel.
Oh hell. No, we just thought we'd crash y'all out, man, and aggravate y'all since y'all was about done. It was up in the late wee hours.
Just want to take some pictures.
What you got over there? I can't see it.
This guy is still wearing glasses.
Climb inside that barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Still wearing glasses.
Nothing
Hell
fishy
yeah.
going on in
It's
that
better
blue
see you
barrel
with, my
over there.
dear.
All right. So, have any of you ever done a tequila before?
I done a 5-gallon mash, bro, just to try it, and it turned out pretty damn good. I used tequila yeast and shit. I didn't have enough yeast but to do for 5 gallons worth of mash, so I ain't never did it again. But it turned out pretty good.
What was your ratio from the agave to water?
Oh, shit, I got the agave at Food Line, those little bitty ones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I put
Yeah,
like
you had
6 of
probably
those.
Oh, okay.
I put like 6 or 8 of those. I can't remember exactly. It's been a year ago since I done it. I could probably look at the video and tell you. And I probably said it in the video, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
That'd be awesome because I'll be doing it in a 55-gallon drum.
Oh, you ain't
So-
gonna want to get it from Food Line then.
No, well, I'm in Mexico, so I can't even get that shit.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, I can get agave super cheap,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's different agave, especially when you're doing mezcal and tequila.
I used
So-
blue. Blue's what I had.
Yeah, blue. Well, yeah, that's tequila. I see. If I get caught making a tequila here, they'll throw my ass in prison.
That's crazy, ain't it, man? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's only legal in 5 states in Mexico to make tequila.
Right around where the agave grows.
Yeah, towards like Jalisco, Guerrero, Tamaulipas, and I forgot the other 2.
I heard you.
But-
I heard that.
That's
Man,
a
I
fucking
know.
good bucket, son. That's a good bucket.
Feel
You got
like he
5
trying to steal
gallons
something,
over
don't it?
I just dipped in the bucket like shit, man. I'm done buying
Hey.
jars. Motherfucker want liquor, you getting it by the 5-gallon bucket. I don't give a fuck.
I went down to Holy Waters and partied with him one weekend. Holy Water Shine, that motherfucker had a 5-gallon bucket of rum sitting in the shower. You just had to go in there and dip out of it,
Yeah.
He's gone when we left.
I ain't had a cigar in motherfucking 4 days, boys.
Damn it.
Can't afford them. Fuck poor.
I was about to say, bro.
I'm chewing on fucking cinnamon sticks and fucking ink pens and everything else.
They are expensive. Is that why you really quit? Because you couldn't afford them, or did you just trying to quit them?
No, man, it's like $20 a day.
Damn. Yeah, I can't.
Damn.
That's more than I pay in bills, man. Fuck that shit.
That's weed prices.
I can't say I ever see you smoking it. The only thing I see you do is chewing it down.
I
Yeah.
still get the nicotine from it, man. It's like dipping. It's like
Oh,
I miss dipping so bad, but couldn't afford that neither. What's
yeah.
wrong with y'all, man? We ain't crash. Y'all's over, wasn't you? We ain't crash you, did you?
No, we ended it. Well, we
Yeah.
didn't end the stream, but we ended the show.
All right, cool.
I was gonna say-
Toby, get the fuck in here. Quit being a
I
fucking
know.
asshole. Where Kenny at? I sent him a link too.
You know, he's behind the scenes, bro. Kenny don't like to be in the public eye too much. Put a mask on, KP. Get on in here.
So what you guys been up to?
Put a bag over your head.
About 5'10" and a half.
Y'all remember one of these?
Holy shit.
Remember one of those?
I
show 'em the
remember
new
those.
fever. Show them the new fever drill.
Bill's having a good time tonight.
Yeah. He dressed like he's gonna steal something.
They gotta stay warm, fellas.
I was gonna say it must be cold as shit there.
Oh, it is, dude. It is. Even my pig shiver.
Oh,
I'll go warm that bitch up. Fucking turn it.
So
All right. Let me fucking talk to Toby for a second. Toby, it's just fucking with you, dude. It's just fucking with you. And nobody blocked you, dude. They're just busting balls. They're just kidding. It was a joke.
We love
What
you.
buddies do. That's what buddies do. We bust balls. We joke. Get so angry. Have a fucking drink.
Kenny sent me a link. Kenny has sent me a link 3 times, and it comes up fucking broken. I can't even watch it on fucking.
Oh.
Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. That's not ours.
Oh, I love that's my problem.
Well, nobody did
That's,
nothing.
that's my problem.
It is. Absolutely, it is.
That's my problem.
Maybe Kenny sent you a fucked up link.
Yeah.
I sent you a link too. I sent you a direct link too. Did you go there and watch it?
Yes, I did. And you know what? It wouldn't go there either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Toby. We didn't do anything to block you anything at all. So if you're having issues, I think that's user
I
error.
can watch it on 101.
That's user error. That's
On
not us.
101. Well, I can watch it on user error. Yeah, I got it there.
God damn it.
Yeah.
This one ain't going well.
No.
Oh, fuck.
You start
The
having
fuck?
problems and you want to blame everybody else. It's not everybody
No,
else.
I'm not blaming nobody. I am not blaming nobody. That's you making an ass out of you.
Me? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
with your cute little boxes. Ain't you funny?
Okay.
You think
Hey
you're
man, I
making
love
an
y'all, bro. I'm gonna dip on out here. No lady's about to
Wait
pull
till
up.
I see you.
All right, brother.
You hear me?
Toby,
You
God
wait
damn it.
till I see you.
He didn't do nothing. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
a
he
phone or
don't
some
want to play
shit,
that
dude.
shit, Damon.
What
Okay,
the
Toby.
fuck?
Okay, Toby. Have a
yeah,
good night.
Damon, fucking asshole.
But yes, I am. That's fucking right. I am.
No, I said Damon. It's Damon's fault. Let it be. All right.
No, it's not Damon's fault about
Oh.
fucking any of this. No,
But
I'm
I'm getting
no.
blamed for it. Okay.
No. You guys are not following fucking what's going down here.
All right. Explain it to us then.
All right. Nobody did nothing on purpose. We established that.
I got that. But somebody want to play that fucking little. You go and play that.
That's Phil.
Yeah. Bill,
That's
you
Phil
fucking
blowing a
asshole.
kazoo.
You
That's Phil. All right.
That's Phil blowing a kazoo.
Yeah.
There's something Phil's
God
doing.
damn, Toby. Drink a time of drink.
Dude, you're getting mad over nothing. We wouldn't do nothing to fuck you over at all, bro.
No, Tom, you're wrong. I'm pissed because I tried all fucking night to fucking watch it on our fucking page. I can watch it on 101's page. I can watch it on YouTube, but I can't watch it on fucking Facebook page. And this has been an issue when Damon sends out a fucking everybody. I don't get it, and Damon knows this, and he always says, "Oh, I'll look and see what the problem is." And I hear nothing about how he looked it up to figure out what's going on or anything. But whenever he sends it out, when he puts out a fucking to everybody, and I look at it, it's blocked from me.
Maybe your phone's being weird.
how
no, my phone
how
is not being
if you're able to receive it, Toby, how are you blocked?
You're wrong, Damon or Patrick. Which I don't even want you in here right now. I want this to be private.
We'll do it
So-
later, Toby. God damn. Look, that's how big my plant was this year. That's
No,
the whole plant.
when Damon shares something, I have to see it a different route.
Mm.
And I've told you what 4 or 5 times, Damon. I've sent you pictures of it. How many times have I sent you pictures of blocked fucking mess? Oh well, I'll look at this and see what happens. And what what the fuck's going on with it, Damon? You gotten back to me yet?
Toby.
That is part of why I can't even watch it on our fucking page.
But Toby, if you're having an issue on and it's your phone's fault or it's your
No,
internet,
it's not my phone's fault, and it's not the fucking internet's fault. It all goes back to when this all started happening. Whenever Lisa accidentally fucking blocked me, it all goes back to then, because that's when this started fucking happening. And I can finally get Lisa back, but I'm still having issues with messages that, for everybody that I'm fucking blocked out of. How many times have I sent you pictures, Damon?
Nothing I can do about it, Toby.
I'm literally just text you, Toby. You
Nothing.
are not blocked from anything on any of the Moonshine
Then
militia pages.
why does it do this?
I don't know. It has to be your settings in Facebook or something,
I
bro.
don't know.
My fault.
But I'm just saying, I literally just looked you up, bro. You are not blocked. You don't have any limited access. You don't have any of that. I just sent that to you. It's literally right here, Toby. Click 3 years ago. You are not blocked on anything. Nothing.
I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you, Tom.
I mean, I just
I'm
showed
gonna
you.
send you a picture right now. I'm looking.
Right, now, this was not supposed to turn into another shit show tonight. So
My God, it was a fucking shit show.
now it is because you won't stop talking.
No.
It's
Oh.
crazy.
So
Damn it.
what's going on with the H-12B, B9, fucking 12, 13, 15 visas that y'all was talking about? Wow.
Is that about marijuana? What is that? I don't even know what that is.
They're talking about the goddamn illegals.
Oh hell! What's wrong with that?
I wish some of them fucking illegals would come and grow some dope for me. I got a little tiny ass. Look, this is my whole plant. Look how cool these fucking scissors are, though, dude. Look at them bitches.
Oh yeah. You got a tent set up, Phil?
No, I grew this out. Actually, my kid ripped mine up and fucked it all up, and I got a tiny one. I started 3 this year.
Still living in the house.
Yeah. He's a fucking dick. But this is all I got. This is one plant, and this is only because my neighbor hooked me up. He was like, "Here, man, have this little guy." It was a clone, but it's really good.
How many plants are you allowed?
12.
12.
Yep. 12.
You need to get yourself a tent and some heat lamps and.
I got too much other shit going on for all that. I maybe when I retire from fucking making liquor, which will probably be never.
Right.
Probably never. But hey guys, I want to say something. I hope y'all get along, man. I love all you motherfuckers. I really do. I hope y'all get along. I'm sorry you're having troubles with that shit, Toby, and I will look into it. And let's see. So you're having trouble on the militia page?
It's just when Damon posts stuff.
Only when I do.
Yeah, only when you do. And Damon, have I sent you pictures of that? Yes or no?
Yep.
I know, Toby. If it's not his fault, you can't be mad at him.
Well,
it's not.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, How many times have I sent you a picture of it?
I know, but like, if you
Damon,
don't
no,
know
no,
how to,
I'm asking Damon. How many times have I
There's
said,
nothing
hey,
I can fucking do about it, Toby.
well then,
Absolutely
fucking,
nothing I can do about it.
well then, send me a fucking respond. How about just respond? Hello. Hey, look, man, I'm looked into this. I don't know what's going on. Is it something beyond my fucking doings? I never have gotten a fucking answer
I've told you
by
that.
anything.
I
No,
told
you
you that.
have not. No,
Okay.
no, you
Okay.
have not.
All right.
I
yeah,
get, to me,
there's
I
nothing.
get lip service, and nothing happens.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where my animosity is coming from. Is I tell you about something, and you know you're the one of the head honchos here, and nothing happens about it. I've told Tom about the messages in conversation.
And what has Tom done about it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You're not pissed at Tom.
Well,
Well, there you go.
or am I?
What the fuck? God damn it, dude.
Yes, just put me on the
Toby.
list.
Come and get this. Smoke it right now.
Huh.
Pack a pipe.
Later, Bill.
So what's everybody doing for Christmas?
I'm
Fucking
getting drunk. What are
maxing
you?
out credit cards. Maxing out.
I'm gonna get drunk.
All right. All right.
I'm drinking tea, by the way.
What kind of tea? Twisted tea?
Iced fucking tea. I made this a couple days ago. Put it in the refrigerator, kept it cold. Iced tea.
You don't put lemon in it, do you?
No, sir.
I don't either. I know I've done that in a video before, but I really don't like lemon in my tea. I don't like lemon in my tea.
No, nothing but sugar and water and tea bags. And set
See
it
the
in the sun.
motherfuckers, what do they call that? Arnold Palmer when they mix half tea and half lemonade?
Half tea, half lemonade. Yep.
Not my dig, dude. That's some hipster ass shit.
I take it you probably don't play golf either then.
No. You know, I did one time I went playing golf. I got a story about it. One time we got this golf course, man, and we grew up around this fucking golf course. And that's where all the rich people go, you know? People had money.
Right.
And actually, it was pretty ghetto-ass golf courses as far as golf courses go. It's called Kitty Hawk Golf Course. And I was like, man, I ain't never been golfing before. Let's go, boys. So me and two fellers, one of them was my cousin Kenny. And they was like, let's rent a golf cart because I'm fat and lazy. Fuck that shit. So we're out, and I'm driving right up to the ball, dude. Just straight. I don't give a fuck. I'm just doing.
Don't stay on the path.
But anytime one of the workers would see us, they'd be like, only 2 people are allowed on that golf cart at one time. So one guy got right behind. So I got my cousin. I'd be like, come on, man, hurry up. And I fucking floor it. He's running behind full speed. And I'm with this dude, Kay. I look over at Kay and I'm like, hey, dude, watch this shit. And I lock up the brakes. My cousin Kenny hits the back of that motherfucker, almost tips it over, like just fucking broken. Just broken up into the back of that fucking thing. And we're just fucking laughing. And it was fun as fuck, dude. I'm not good at golf.
Right.
At all.
It's just fun to go out.
But I'm fun at golf. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had a good time, and we took that car until it ran out of gas. We took that motherfucker. I was like, man, well, just because you know we played our 9 holes, don't mean we're fucking done.
You ran it out of gas in 9 holes?
I mean, we took it after. We took that motherfucker mudding afterwards. It was like, I'm getting my money's worth out of this car. I think I paid $30 to rent that fucking thing.
Right.
I got all $30 fucking worth.
I was gonna say you were chasing that ball a long time if you were spending a whole tank of gas on 9 holes.
Well, the water treatment plant is right behind the golf course, so there's all kinds of dirt roads you could fucking hop off onto.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
I got a golfing story. I've been golfing one time in my life, and I didn't even have clubs. And the buddy I went with, his name was Robert Gosha. He lived over there in Lincoln, Arkansas, and he got mad at me because it's the first time I went golfing, and he's like, "You're breaking the fucking tees," and he's like, "That's what that's what you're supposed to do." And he's getting mad because I hit the ball, and one of the last things he just we were on like the 5th or 6th hole, and we wrapped it up right then because I hit a putt, well, a chip shot, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And this is the first time I ever golfed. And he threw he threw a, a stick putt what are they called?
Putter?
Stick that hit,
Golf
not a
club?
putter, golf club. Thank you. He threw the fucking golf club. Said, "Motherfucker, you better." He got all mad. We loaded up and fucking went back to his truck. Went back. We were on a welding job building water tower.
Hell yeah.
And it was because he golfed regular, and he got mad at me because I guess I was beating him. I don't know, beginner's luck.
Maybe you were just breaking all of his tees.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and about 60 yards further on the drive.
Oh,
Yeah, he was upset. Yeah, that's my story about golf.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna have some water. Proof that down.
Yeah.
Oh, I ran 2 runs today.